Today is Thursday, March 6th. Welcome to my daily review. We saw the Nasdaq with another down day today, but it was day three of an attempted rally. As on Tuesday, we saw this pink rally day here where it made that low of 17,956. Today it approached that as 17,980, but it did not undercut. So playing by the rules, tomorrow could be, the first day at an attempted rally, which is day four. This is one. Yesterday was two. Today was three, where you saw it got rejected at the 200, but did not undercut the pink rally day. So we play by the rules, and the rules are, if we have a 1% day tomorrow with volume higher than today, which was 3% below the 50-day average volume, well, then we have a rally, So just take it one day at a time. Today, not a good day, as I mentioned. It was down, the Nasdaq was down 483 points or 2.61%, closed at 18,069. If I go to like a 30-minute chart there, we could see that low of 17,956 from March 4, and now today was 980. So, just that was kind of like a retest, you would say, from the low on Tuesday. Anyway, uh, this is still. The Nasdaq is still in day four tomorrow of a rally attempt. The SPY, however, is not, as the SPY undercut the lows from Tuesday. There you can see it wasn't even a pink rally day either. So this one just pulled back to its 200, where the Nasdaq is still below the 200 there. There, if I go here, you can see it's traded up to the 200. So the 200 today was at 18,392. And if I take a look, if I go back to like maybe a 5-minute chart, 392, you can see it rallied up here to 439. So 392 is about right here, right below the 400, right in here. And that's where it got rejected. So it traded up to that 200 and then got rejected and sold off into the close. If I go to the daily, you can see that right there. Traded up and then got rejected and then sent back down lower. The correction is 11% peak to trough here, which is a pretty significant correction. I mean, uh, we were correcting through we were correcting through time for a couple of months. And then when it hit this lower, we kept getting these lower highs, this 20,204, 20,118, 20,110, these lower highs. Then all of a sudden we corrected by price, very quick. And this is like 2 weeks. It's been down like 8%. So overall, 11% correction. This is like a 9% correction, I believe. So anyway, 11% peak to trough is a pretty significant correction. All right. I'm going to move on, except for I do want to take a look at the RSP, which is the equal weighted, SPY. So that's just looking, I mean, they're all looking the same. This is pointless to just go over and say, this chart looks ugly, that chart looks ugly, because, most of them are. And it's going to take time. When we see stuff like this, it usually takes a little bit of time for these corrections, the charts to set back up after a correction like this. Anyway, I'm going to go through some of the earnings last night. Some encouraging signs was Zscaler. It did trade up to like, I thought it was over 210 and then sold off into the close. I'm going to go through some different time. Yeah, it was up to 211. So if I go to the 5-minute chart, you can see, okay, yeah, run up to the open, sell off into the close. And that's what a lot of stocks are doing. Anything that's up is getting sold. This is Lending Tree. This one was up 22%. So nice response to its earnings, and it got above the 200. We go back to that 5-minute chart. You can see this one did not sell off that much, like a lot of the other stocks in the indexes. So yeah, so Lending Tree looked good. Viva Systems, I did not check with this one today. Yeah, nice 7% move. Yeah, I mean, nice response to earnings. It rallied back through its moving averages. Very nice, as Borat would say. Core Scientific, cores down 18%, and a lot of Charts are looking like this below the 200. Don't want to just pick on that one. GRND. This is a dating website. Yeah, no, thank you very much. Down 16%. There's just a lot of stocks getting hit on earnings, man. It's been a pretty tough grind this earnings season. This is MDB. Oh man, 27% move lower. Yikes. Marvell, I know this has not met well. Their earnings, yeah, 20% sell off. Ooh, man, that is some pain. Rigetti, we talked about the foam in the market, the froth coming off. Hey, not a bad response to earnings, though, up 4%. This got like a, yeah, I don't know, man. A market cap of 1.6 billion with 8 million in sales, 10 million in sales. Uh, wildly overvalued. That probably still needs to come in a little bit. Sleep Number, nice 41% haircut there. Very nice for the retail home furnishing. BJ, they reported this morning. Yeah, I thought they had a good response. Nice cup with handle pattern here. It broke out, pulled back to the 50, and then boom, 12% move today. You don't see that. That is very rare in this current market. Burlington, I was a little surprised at their report and their response up nearly 9%. Um, Nice move for the coat maker. This is Black Sky, telecom cable services down 24%. That is a nice haircut. And then JD, Chinese, and the Chinese stocks have been hot. This one ended up flat though. Anyway, yeah, that's a retail internet stock. Decent report, but flat on the day is good when the Nasdaq's down as much as it was. This is Kroger up 2%. It had this cup shaped pattern, had a nice little move higher, then pulled back to the 50 for the first time. And now it was up 2%. This is a little slower moving stock. Macy's reported, Macy's, they overplayed their hand with their buyout, with companies making overtures towards them. And yeah, it was flat in this session, but I think they were going to get bought out for like 19 bucks or 20 bucks, and now they're at 13. So somebody made a bad decision there. And then VG Venture Global reported, you can see this is a recent IPO. And yeah, that's where you're not seeing a lot of IPOs coming out right now because it's just a pretty rough market here in 2025. Down 36% today. All right, that's it for all of the earnings. I gotta go through these I'm just going to say foreign companies, ADRs. This is a Spanish bank, BBVA. I've been showing these almost every day, making a new high today. Deutsche Bank, the German stocks have been really on fire. They've providing some stimulus there. So Deutsche Bank looking good. Santander going back to Spain, a Spanish bank making a new high today. Traded flat. I'm going to go down south, South America. This is a Chilean beverage alcoholic manufacturer up, making new highs today. Which one is this here? Oh, BCH reminds me of going to the beach. Another Chilean bank, foreign bank, making a new high today. And these just around the globe, there's a lot of strong stocks going back to Europe, Sanofi, the French drug maker, and just really strong here. GlaxoSmithKline. This is another one in UK based, forming this nice little base here, but it's go up almost every day here. So GlaxoSmithKline looks pretty good as well. Nokia, yeah, made a new high today. What other ones do we have here? Oh, BCS. I'm just jumping around here. Barclays, the British bank. Made a new high today. The French steel maker, excuse me, Luxembourg, made a new high today. That's ArcelorMittal, the ADR, MT ticker symbol ING. Another Dutch-based company, bank, making a new high. You see gapping higher. Look at this big blue volume bars. How does that look on the weekly? Man, what a nice breakout there. Only up 12.5% this week. While the Nasdaq, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to show this is the first week of March, so we're expecting March to be different than February. But In March, it's down 4.13%. So when the Nasdaq's down 4%, you're going to expect your growth stocks to be down 8, 10, 12, 15%. And that's what we're seeing. So these foreign companies are really bucking the trend. ZK, this is a China automaker. Yeah, just forming a nice base, up 5% today. SIEGY, this is Siemens, another ADR from German company, man, showing a lot of strength. Volkswagen, you know, this is another automaker doing great, German automaker. Like I say, they are throwing some stimulus. As I jump back around to China, internet content stock, yeah, making new highs today. I'm not going to show you Luckin Coffee. I can't do that. I'm not going to go that far. Another China automaker, XPEV, making new highs. Going back to Europe, this is a Swiss-based Roche holding. They have a pretty big plant here in our area. I employ a lot of people. Roche, big company, TCHEY. This is Tencent, Chinese internet content provider. You can see the that group, top 10 group. This one, making new highs today. Anyway, I think I've proven my point. South America, Europe, China, doing great. USA, not so much. All right. I have a couple of themes that I want to get to. Eli Lilly, very strong stock here, just pulled back to its 10 today and, found support. If you look at a different time frame, yeah, sold off a little bit, but when the Nasdaq's down, what did I say? 4% this week. This thing is holding in great, I would say, way better than most. It's pretty much flat on the week. Still building out the right side of this base here, so you just got to be patient with that one. It's a steady Eddie, not a real fast moving stock. All right, and then DVAX was another one I was going to put on the ready list, but I put on TGTX instead. This because I don't want to have too many biotechs. You can't have too many in the same group because when they get hit, you get slaughtered. It's up 4% this week, not bad for DVAX. And the other one is TGTX. This one's up, 17% this week. Had a nice day today. I put this one on the ready list, as I said. You can see it was really, ripping this morning, made a new high of what, 37.58, then sold off into the close, just like everything else. Kind of, flat on the session is good, when the tape is like it was today and like it's been this week. What did I say? It was up 16% while the Nasdaq's down more than 4. So definitely showing relative strength on a weekly basis. I would say though it is still, despite the strength this week, it's still, consolidating, setting up in this base. Probably needs, more time going sideways before, taking out the 40 level, which I think it's a foregone conclusion it's going to do that at some point. All right, I got to get to. I haven't been all week. I have been avoiding the carnage in the market, but I have to show a couple of things. First of all, AppLovin got hit with a couple of short reports. It had this gap up on earnings, and then it was at the bear cave and the fuzzy panda hit it. But that's not what's causing this selling. It's just it's over. It's like done. Like when it was a leader of a prior rally, and now it's not when the market recovers and starts a new rally, which it will, believe it or not, at some point. This is not going to be a leader like it was here. It's down 50%, 51% off its high. We know that stocks that are more than 40% off their highs, they're very rarely do they come back to lead. So yeah, it's going to form a base here, and now we just kind of take that off the watch list. But if you're looking to short, you can see it, at sliced its 50 with a vertical violation, then kind of rallied up a couple of days, almost up to its 10 and got pushed back down again. And if you're trying to short stocks, it's the opposite of trying to long stocks. When I buy longs, I want strength. I want to buy strength where the institutions are supporting the stock. On a short, I want to, short the weakness and weaker stocks after they rally up. And there hasn't been many rally days, like one rally day, that's it. Then it's down the next day. Palantir right here at the 50. I think that's getting pretty ripe. That's one of these bloated stocks. Snowflake, another one. You can see that one was rejected at the 50. Once again, once they sliced her 50, yeah, it rallied back above it for a day or two, but man, got pushed down hard today. Yeah, 12%. Datadog, another one, weak stock, can't even rally up to a moving average here. DigitalOcean, which reported a nice quarter, doing better than most. But man, these stocks are just really, the software names especially, really getting hit. ESTC had a nice report as well. Pulled back to its 200 today. That's unfortunate. Anyway, I'm going to move on because I don't want to go through all this carnage. I'm not in the mindset for shorting stocks. I do want to point out that I've talked about this for a long, long time that if you want to hit grand slams or 10 baggers in the market, these are the Mag 7 is not the place to be. If you just, want to hold a value stock, maybe a Microsoft or an Apple is fine. But Tesla is just here once again. Slices 200. Then yesterday had this rally day up to the 200. And what happened? Well, it got rejected there and pushed back down. So don't buy rallies. Rallies are made to sell your stock or, there people are shorting them, obviously. Nvidia, I think it was somebody said it was the was it June 24th or June 4th or whatever? I don't know what the day was. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was June 4th, the day that he signed the woman's shirt. Yeah, 114 was the low, and it's below that day. Anyway, dead money forever and a day. This looks like a stage four decline here, and it took out the low here from February 3rd of 113.01. Today made another low of 110.22. So these are just really weak stocks. Yeah, not something I'm not interested in at all. I don't know why I'm showing you this just because they're so popular, so big. When the index goes down, these stocks will drive it down. When the index goes up, these stocks will drive it up. And this is Amazon just right here at the 200. It rallied up one day here up to the 10, got rejected and got pushed back down nearly 4%. So, yeah. All right. That's enough of the carnage. I did mention yesterday that, some stocks that were leaders, like in 1999, there was Sun Microsystems, EMC, and JDS Uniphase, and Siebel Systems, and just a lot of stocks that people thought were going to go to the moon. And they all, crashed and burned. And this AI, there's going to be winners, few winners, but a lot of them are just going to be, overhyped, getting ahead of themselves. And then they're going to, I wouldn't say crash and burn, they're just going to fall back to earth and just go sideways for a long, long time. So we don't want to own stuff like that. We want to own kind of smaller, leaner, meaner stocks that are going to give us, like I said, maybe a 10 bagger. So at least a home run, a two bagger. How about that? A double. All right. That's it for me. Thank you for watching at mcstockcharts.com. We never give up. Tomorrow we have the payrolls report, and that could be a market moving data point. So we just want to always, pay attention, be vigilant. Um, so in honor of the great Steve Jobs, I do have one more thing. And that is, earnings reports after hours. Broadcom reported tonight. Good report. They beat on both the top and bottom line. That's all you can expect. I didn't hear from the CEO about forward guidance, but up 8%, up to 195. I mean, this stock was at 250 not long ago. Now it's struggling to get back up to 195, and you can see that moving average there, waiting for it there about 198. So. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying that tomorrow. If I owned it, that'd be, an area where you could probably sell the spike. Costco reported missed on earnings, missed on revenues, only down 1%. So we're gonna have to watch this one tomorrow. That's a good sign. When a company, misses as bad as they did and the stock barely budges, we'll see tomorrow. That's a good sign. Not going down on bad news is a good sign. The gap. Saw this was up quite a bit. Yeah, 14%. I think the CEO said there was slow for a little bit, but it's picked up recently. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Retail's really hard right now with a slowing consumer, slowing economy, a lot of people getting laid off. Hewlett Packard down 15% after hours. I didn't see the report. Obviously, not a good response. I'm sorry, I had a terrible response. Yeah, this is down. It was down even further, more than 10%, but that's going to get a haircut tomorrow. That was not a great report either. And then GWRE. This is one of those, consumer financial stocks, billing software for the insurance industry, flat. So I got to get more on that tomorrow. And then in the morning, YPF, oil and gas stock from Argentina reports in the morning. It says 3.6. Maybe it's tonight. I don't know. I'll find out and have it for you. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching at mcstockcharts.com. We never give up.